Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm going to be giving you guys the FARA 83 best class loadout. Now this isn't going to be the weapon that we are going to be using. I just put this on because I love this gun. This particular loadout that the game gives you is terrible. I'm not going to lie, it's not the best setup for the gun. But the only problem with it is if you start changing things, then obviously you lose a lot of the camo, like the magazine. Obviously if you put that on, it just becomes the standard. But yeah, so we're not going to be using this. I just put it on just to showcase that. If you are wondering what gun this is, this was in the first season of the Battle Pass. I believe it was for reaching max level, if not just before. Yeah, it is a really cool gun. I do like the changing camo. But anyway, getting into today's video. First things first, guys. As before, we are going to be putting Gunfighter on. Now for the optics, again, we are going to be going with the Microflex LED. Now you don't really need to put an optic on this gun. It does have quite a clean iron sight. It's usable, but obviously we're getting the maximum attachment, so we're going to put one on just for the sake of it. Now moving on to the next attachment, which is going to be the muzzle attachment. Now we are going to go with the Spetsnaz compensator, just simply because you get the +12 vertical recoil control. You do unfortunately get a -8 horizontal, but that's nothing too much to worry about. This gun is quite a vertical kick when it comes to recoil, so having that +12 is going to help out considerably with that. Now the beauty of the FARA 83 is it has an insane rate of fire. So you don't really need to worry too much about adding any sort of attachments that increase that. So when it comes to the barrel, we are going to go with the 18.1 takedown, just because it gives you that +150% effective damage range. It does give you a -5 sprinting move speed, but to be fair, that's not going to be too much of a problem. You could go with the Liberator if you wanted to, just to get the extra bullet velocity, but you are going to get a -20 aim working movement speed, and the other option could be the 14.8 ultralight, which will give you the +10 aim working movement speed and a +5 strafe speed, but realistically the takedown is going to be your best bet. The body will be the Tiger Team Spotlight, just simply because it will reveal the enemies a lot further. Excuse me. Oh God, if it's not coughing, now it's burping. Christ. It will give you a +40% reveal distance, and unfortunately it does come with a -10 sprint to fire time, but it's not too bad. For the underbarrel, now you could go with the Spetsnaz speed grip. It will give you a +5 sprint moving speed and a +15 horizontal recoil control, but you do get a -6 moving speed, a -6 shooting move speed, and aim working move speed. So we are going to go up with the bruiser grip for this class. It will give you a +3 in movement speed, sprinting move speed, shooting move speed, and also aim working movement speed. So on to the next attachment now. Now the beauty of the FARA 83 over the XM4, you do get a 50 round mag that actually comes with a fast mag variant, which is going to be the VDV 50 round fast mag. Now this will give you obviously a +67 magazine ammo capacity, but it will be giving you a -25 ADS time. But that's not too bad. You can go with the Spetsnaz 50 round mag. It will give you a -10 reload quickness, and it's only a -15 aim down sight speed. which, to be honest guys, this isn't a bad option if you don't want to use the fast mag, just so you get a slightly quicker ADS time. But we are going to go with the 50 round fast mag. Now for the final two attachment guys, again this is going to be down to what level you have the gun at, but we are going to be putting on the GRU elastic wrap, just because you get that 30% ADS time and the plus 90 flinch resistant and aim while going prone. But you will obviously pick up the -10 shooting move speed and the -15 sprint to fire time. But again, when it comes to the next attachment, which will be the KGB skeletal stock, it will give you a +30 sprint to fire time, so that -15 will be turned back into a standard neutral, but you will get the +15 sprint to fire time, and you will also get a +40% aim walking movement speed buff, but you will get a -30 hip fire accuracy. But honestly guys, like I said before with the assault rifles, the only time that hip fire should ever be considered as the option would be point blank range. Now obviously that's going to be it for the attachments, but you know, looking at the stats there, it's a pretty well-rounded gun. This gun does melt people if you can handle the recoil. It does have a bit of a kick, I'm not going to lie to you guys, when you first use it. If you haven't before, it will be a little bit you know, not so much uncontrollable, but a little bit erratic when you first start firing, but the more you use it, the more you will get used to it. And guys, honestly, when I tell you, this gun is by far one of the best assault rifles in the game, not just, you know, for its capability, but for the high rate of fire and the stopping power alone. This gun just melts people. Now this gun is the only gun and the first gun that I have ever got to gold. I know it's quite embarrassing to say at this late on in the game, and it's still the only gun that I have gold. But yeah, it is, you know, I do have the gold camo for this. It was, like I said guys, well, I fell in love with this gun as soon as I unlocked it. You unlocked this gun quite early on, so you had it for the whole of the first season, and this was my go-to gun. I absolutely fell in love with it. So you know, I do highly recommend this gun. It may not be for everyone, I appreciate that. There are better options when it comes down to the assault rifle class. Mind you, there's a lot of options when it comes down to the assault rifle class, but the FARA 83 really does stand out as you know, a really good gun. But carrying on with the rest of the class now, obviously the secondary guys, as you already know, it's a personal choice. Now the tactical, we are going to be using again the stim shot. It does really help. The lethal now, again, with the lethal, like I said in the last video, the Molotovs are really good for this particular class, and this particular, you know, class as a whole. It really does help with, you know, securing the perimeters of the objectives and things like that. So we are going to use the Molotov, and again with the field upgrade, we are going to go with the SAM turret, because that will just help, you know, get rid of the UAVs, not just for yourself but for the rest of the team. And like I said, when playing with an assault rifle, you will tend to be a little bit further on the map than your teammates, so they may not necessarily benefit from things like the field jammer or the field microphone. But with the perks, unfortunately, like I said guys, using the gunfire perk, you are only going to get the 3 perks. So perk 1, we are going to go with forward intel. This is a must for this particular class. And again, perk 2, we could go with scavenger, quartermaster or tracker, but we are going to put quartermaster on, just simply because we'll get our Molotov back every 25 seconds that we're alive. But obviously, just to know guys, that 25 seconds, if you don't use it within the next 25 seconds, you won't get a second one unless, you know, you're using a different selection of perks where you can have two perks, perk 2s. So that didn't make any sense. When there's a perk that you can get two attack lethals. So unless you're using lower boycott, I believe it is, where you can swap the perks and have like 3 perk ones if you wanted, but we are going to go with Quartermaster for that. Now perk 3, we are going to go with Ninja as being our 3rd and final perk, just simply because I find that this is going to be the most overall benefit for the class, just simply because it will help reduce your footsteps, and like I said, using the SAM turret will help get rid of enemy UAVs and counter UAVs and stuff like that. Now, bearing it, like, always remember, guys, with the field upgrades, you look at it and you think, well, that's made out of solid steel. That would be quite hard to break. Realistically, this game seems to think that a feather could break it. You could sneeze too loudly and this thing will just fall apart. So put it in a place where you're not going to get too much enemy traffic, and obviously make sure that you place it outside of a building, because this thing isn't going to shoot up if it's got 4 walls and a ceiling. So just bear that in mind. But yeah, that's going to make it for today's video, guys. As always, if you have any suggestions, or if you just literally feel the need to rinse me out for only having 1 gold camo gun almost, I believe, a whole year, maybe more, that this game has been out, then I expect it. It's shameful, guys. I know, but just go easy on me. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, that's gonna make it for today's video, guys. If you're new to the channel, then obviously please consider hitting that subscribe button, and if you do, make sure that you put that notification bell on. And I'm gonna thank you in advance. It really means the world to me, the love and support that you guys show. And yeah, it just keeps the channel going. It keeps me motivated. If there's anything that you guys do want to see going forward, then again, let me know in the comment section. I will get back to you. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.